Now have over 100,000 customers doing machine learning on SageMaker. So it's fair to say that on any cloud, on all clouds, the majority of machine learning happening in the cloud is happening on AWS.
The past year has been quite a successful one in terms of technology. In November 2020, OpenAI released their generative artificial intelligence tool ChatGPT, and it sent a frenzy in the tech community all around the world. Soon enough, other tech firms started jumping on the bandwagon, with the likes of Google, Meta, and Apple joining the fray. The latest addition to the list is AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services and is Amazon's cloud computing platform. It is the world's most popular and widely used cloud computing network, and more than 200 fully featured services from data centers globally. In the latest update, the company has promised to allocate $100 million for a center that would help companies to utilize the functions of generative artificial intelligence. $100 million is a huge number, right? But when you're one of the biggest companies in the world with $64 billion in cash, and your operating expenses cross $500 billion a year, $100 million might just seem like a small amount to you. But what does this investment signify? Why is a tech giant investing a buttload of money into artificial intelligence making the headlines? Well, the fact of the matter is, when a tech giant like AWS decides to invest this high an amount on generative artificial intelligence, it just goes on to show the importance that the company is placing on the importance of AI and how it would help the company in staying relevant, while other tech giants in the field like Meta, Google, and Apple are also investing in artificial intelligence. According to the latest announcement made by the company, this will be adding new data scientists, engineers, and even solution architects to their payroll. The company also publicly stated that they are working in tandem with other firms leading in AI like HighSpot, Twilio, Ryanair, and Lonely Planet. Oh, and by the way, when they say a generative AI center, they mean a program and not a real physical center. When it comes to the cloud infrastructure market, Amazon has already beat Microsoft and Google, as they are the pioneers in the business of renting out servers and data storage infrastructures to other companies and organizations. This also means that they own a commanding and definitive lead in the cloud infrastructure market. But all that said, evidently, the entrance Google and Microsoft had in the field of AI quickly became the talk of the town. Although Amazon has been using AI for quite some time now to show shopping recommendations and operate Alexa, Amazon's own voice assistant. Microsoft has been spending billions of dollars on its multi-layered alliances with the brains behind the most popular generative AI ChatGPT, OpenAI. The GPT-4 by OpenAI is said to be linked with Microsoft Bing for the purpose of online searches as well. On the other hand, we got Google that is pushing its research and development department to come up with a better version of the Bard AI. In fact, the latest version of the Bard AI is also said to introduce image recognition and said to have Google Lens as an inbuilt feature.
People love Google Lens, and in the coming months, we're bringing in the powers of Lens to Bard.
The Bard AI is also connected to Google's search engine, helping it browse online for giving precise information while answering the queries posed in front of it. Both of these supposed to be made available for a larger public within the coming months. In the case of Amazon and AWS, unfortunately, they do not have the first popular large language model that is required to enable a chatbot or a tool for summarizing documents. But the CEO of AWS, Adam Selipsky, said he's not at all worried about this. He had joined Amazon Web Services way back in 2005, a year before the launch of AWS core services of computing and storage. He reiterated the words of Amazon's founder and CEO Jeff Bezos, saying that the company had made it to the position they were in owing to the fact that they listened to the customers and thanked the customers for their support. Amazon had many examples in its history where it said, "We're going to focus on customers and have steadfast belief that we're going to work with customers. We're going to build what they want. And if people want to perceive us in a certain way, we're misunderstood, that's okay, as long as customers understand where we're going," Adam Selipsky said in an interview with CNBC.
If people want to perceive us in a certain way, if we're misunderstood, that's okay, as long as customers understand where we're going.
The primary challenge that the company is about to face would be to meet the demand of AI chips. And how does Amazon plan to deal with this? The response came in the typical Amazon style, because Amazon decided to start building the chips themselves, competing with another industry leader in the field, NVIDIA, for their graphics processing units. Both the companies are in a neck-to-neck race to get larger supply in the market space. Talking about this in an interview with CNBC, Adam Selipsky said, "I think the whole world has a shortage in the short term of compute capacity capacity for doing generative AI and machine learning in general right now. Adding to it, he also said that the people are impatient. This means that there is a higher demand for it, but he hopes that the situation will improve in the coming months. Zelensky also took a pessimistic view when it comes to expenditure on cloud computing, saying there would likely be a slowdown of customer spending on cloud, owing to businesses preparing for the ongoing economic uncertainty. A lot of customers are largely through their cost optimization, but there have been other customers who are still right in the middle of it. It's hard to predict exactly when that particular trend will be over, but we're still in the middle of it.
I think a lot of customers are largely through their cost optimization, but there are a lot of other customers who are still right in the middle of it. So it's hard to predict exactly when that particular trend will be over, but we're still in the middle of it.
Zelensky said in an interview. In spite of the pessimistic point of view with respect to customers' expenditure on cloud-based systems, he continues to insist that the hype and the trend about AI is real. For Amazon, it means other than the $100 investment into the Innovation Center dedicated to generative AI, a higher amount to be invested into the Bedrock Generative AI and its Titan models, helping them amp up the momentum. The Bedrock Generative AI service is a program developed by AWS, through which it aims to offer access to its own first-party language models called Titan, as well as language models from startups like A121 and Anthropic. The letter is also backed by Google. Amazon is also working in collaboration with Stability AI, a startup that has developed models that could help turn text to images. According to Amazon Web Service executives, a Titan model can be used to generate blog posts, emails, reports, or other formal documents. Another model can be used for searching and personalization. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, said the following in an interview. Most companies want to use the large language models, but the really good ones take billions of dollars to train in many years, and most companies didn't want to go through that, so what they want to do is they want to work off the foundational model that's big and great already, and then have the ability to customize it for their own purposes. And that's what Bedrock is. He also added that some top firms around the world, like Pegasystems, Deloitte, and Accenture are looking forward to working with Amazon's Bedrock system. But coming back to our topic at hand, Adam Zelensky suggested without a doubt that AI, its benefits, and the hype it creates are here to stay. He said that artificial intelligence would be the next wave in the innovation of cloud-based technology. It's going to be the next big thing, the driving force that pushes more and more customers to want to be on the cloud. He reiterated the importance of a cloud-based system for generative AI tools. But if AWS does develop its own generative AI model, how would it compete with the other AI that's already upgrading? Well, according to Adam Zelensky, the answer lies in a single word: credibility. AWS offers a certain credibility along with their generative AI model that other firms like OpenAI would never be able to provide. I can't tell you how many Fortune 500 companies I've talked to who banned ChatGPT in the enterprise, because at least the initial versions of it just didn't have the concept of enterprise security, Zelensky added in an interview. And let's be honest, Amazon did not get to the point it was without its customer base trusting them. All said and done, Amazon might be a teeny tiny bit late to jump onto the bandwagon of generative artificial intelligence, but nonetheless, the high investment of $100 million, along with the credibility Amazon holds in the field of cloud computing and the market in general, means that it's just a matter of time before they catch up. And hey, who knows, they may even end up being one of the top contenders in generative AI.